Hi basketball fans, welcome back to the channel. Before we start, hit that like button right now, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment telling me this. Do you think Dawn Staley is quietly building her next unstoppable weapon, or is this move being overhyped? Lock in your answer, because by the end of this video, the plan will be impossible to ignore. Because what's happening at South Carolina right now isn't loud. It isn't flashy. And it isn't accidental. It's calculated. And if you're in the SEC, that should worry you. Dawn Staley has never been a coach who chases headlines. She doesn't rush players. She doesn't force roles before the moment is right. And she certainly doesn't reveal her full hand early. When Staley moves quietly, history tells us one thing: something big is coming. That's exactly why Alicia Tournebize's situation deserves attention. On the surface, it looks simple. A talented player arriving. A new system. A learning curve. But under the surface, there's a long-term vision forming, one that fits perfectly into Staley's blueprint for sustained dominance. And once you see it, the pieces start to click. So if you're ready for real context, not hype, tap like again, because this story is about timing, patience, and power. Dawn Staley has always believed in earning impact. Not gifting. She has coached stars who waited. She has benched future pros early. She has delayed debuts, not because players weren't good enough, but because she understood something most fans don't. Readiness isn't just skill. It's trust. It's understanding spacing, defensive rotations, communication, tempo, and discipline. And Staley doesn't compromise those values, not even for talent. That's where Tournebize fits into the bigger picture. She wasn't brought in to save a season. She wasn't brought in to be rushed. She was brought in to be molded. Staley is building Tournebize the same way she's built her most impactful players, by protecting them from the spotlight before unleashing them into it. And that's what makes this dangerous for the SEC. Because while other teams scramble to plug holes, South Carolina is stacking foundation. The early moments may feel quiet. Limited flashes. Controlled minutes. Subtle adjustments. But behind closed doors, the real work is happening. Film sessions. Defensive principles. Off-ball movement. Physical condition. This is the part fans don't see, but opponents eventually feel. Now pause for a second, subscribe to the channel, because what happens next is where the real threat emerges. Dawn Staley doesn't think in week. She thinks in season. She's looking at matchups no one is discussing yet. She's studying future tournament paths. She's imagining lineups that don't exist on paper yet. And in those lineups, Tournebize isn't just another piece. She's a connector. A player who can adapt. Who can defend. Who can play within structure but still create. And that combination is deadly in Staley's system. Because South Carolina doesn't beat you with chaos. They beat you with control. Once Tournebize fully absorbs that control, her impact multiplies. That's the plan. Not instant headlines, sustained pressure. And the SEC knows what that looks like. They've lived through it. Every time South Carolina is reloading, they come back sharper. Deeper. More disciplined. And every time, teams say the same thing. We didn't see it coming. This time, the warning signs are there. But they're subtle. Tournebize's minutes aren't loud. Her role isn't flashy. Her presence isn't dominating the stat sheet. Yet. But the trust is building. And when Staley trusts you, the leash extends. That's when roles expand. That's when responsibility grows. That's when opponents start adjusting, and realize it. So let me ask you, comment right now, do you think Dawn Staley is playing the long game here? Because all signs point to yes. This isn't about one matchup. It's not about one rotation. It's about what South Carolina looks like when everything clicks. And when that happens, Tournebize won't be catching up. She'll be ready. And the SEC will be reacting. That's the real danger. Not what she's doing now, but what she's being prepared to do later. So if you've watched this far, like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because when Dawn Staley finally pulls the curtain back on this plan, you'll want to say you saw it coming. The SEC has been warned before. They just rarely listen. And Dawn Staley? She's already 3 steps ahead.